All right, guys, we got Bitcoin coming in 37,435. A little bit of a dumpage. I wouldn't even call this a dumpage. I would just call this normal, little tiny pullbacks of a few $100s on the weekend. Nothing crazy. Interestingly, altcoins actually holding up better than Bitcoin. XRP is actually up from 61 cents up to 62 cents today. Cardano, 38 cents. Same old shit for Cardano. Let's see what VeChain's still at 2 cents. I just checked Theta was like 98 cents. So everything pretty much looking good today. It's kind of funny. I saw this article talking about Plan B. As you guys know, Plan B is this guy who was really big. Like everybody followed this guy's Twitter a couple years ago in the bull market. Like people were obsessed with this guy Plan B. I think he's like some anonymous guy. I don't even know. But people are like, oh, Plan B is calling for $100,000 Bitcoin. Don't sell your Bitcoin. $100,000 coming. And all the YouTubers just latched on the Plan B. So of course, Bitcoin's at $50,000, $60,000. Everybody with an IQ over 80 knew that we were dumping pretty soon, not just because of the price action, but also because we had been in a bull market for over a year and things were going crazy. Your meme coins were pumping. Little stinky pinky altcoins that aren't even around anymore were pumping. Everybody was talking about Bitcoin. So it was over. And Plan B is out here saying, well, $100,000, it's coming. It's definitely coming. And of course, we hit $67,000 dumped. And everybody got so mad at Plan B. They're like, oh my God, you're wrong. This guy doesn't know shit. And everybody just stopped talking about Plan B. Well, now he's back. Plan B's back. So you can't make this shit up. And this thing is funny. And it goes back to the videos I've been making as we go into this bull market. Stop listening to stupid motherfuckers who don't know what they're talking about. But let's see what Plan B is talking about now. Enjoy sub 40K Bitcoin. Plan B stresses 100K average Bitcoin price from 2024. Yeah, that's not happening, guys. That's not happening. I hope people understand that. I hope, you know what, it could happen if we get a Bitcoin ETF. We got the halving, maybe end of 2024. We blow past $70,000. We hit $100,000 and then maybe we have a big dump after. I'm thinking maybe if that happens towards the end of 2024, signifying the end of a bull market. But Plan B is talking about $100,000 average price. That means the average price in 2024 for Bitcoin is going to be $100,000. And of course, we're already almost in December. So that means, what, in a month and a half, we're in 2024. So from 2024, we're going to be 100,000, and that's going to be it for Bitcoin. Everybody's going to be making a ton of money. Guys, it's not happening. It could happen, but it's not. And I noticed the funny thing is, one of these YouTubers I always make fun of, I just don't get it. I don't get the appeal. George from Cryptos R Us, who shilled you guys every scam in the book, Celsius, BlockFi, Luna, UST, and made money doing it. He had the sponsors all over his channel. I'll even pull up the video. But when this time last year, if you look at George's channel, he had sponsors all over his channel. And they also, every one of his sponsors turned out to be scams. I mean, he probably made millions of dollars shilling these scams of people. But Plan B comes out with this $100,000 2024 thing. And who starts talking about it? George. He picks up on it right away. Oh, Plan B. A guy who we know was wrong last cycle. We know he was completely wrong. Everybody got mad at him. Everybody's like, this guy is full of shit. And now, all of a sudden, we're going to start talking about Plan B again. And that's what it does in a way signify that we probably are going into a bull market because charlatans like Plan B are coming back. But why would George, who's supposed to be a respected crypto YouTuber, be hyping this Plan B garbage again? Doesn't make sense to me.
This is what I had in my thumbnail. It's very, very self-explanatory. Okay, broken down by Plan B. Basically, you have 4 colors. You have the green. It's kind of the opposite. You would figure the green would be like the red because the green represents the low point, the bear market, okay, capitulation stage. Then you have the recovery stage, which is the pre-bull, which is the yellow. And you can see, as good as it's been so far, we're still in the pre-bull. Okay, we're nowhere close of getting out of it and going into the bull market. Although, I take that back. When I say we're nowhere close, we're actually pretty darn close. I would say after the halving event, that's when it starts, right? And that leads us to the promised land. And then we, of course, we have the pre-bear, which is us falling from the top, right? But this time around, we may have a different cycle. The pre-bear may not be as drastic, and the bear market may not be drastic overall because of all the institutions. Because once they get in and they put in...
They were saying the same shit about institutions last bull market. In fact, Michael Saylor was out last bull market saying, you know what? I don't think we're going to have a bull market because a lot of institutions are getting into crypto. And even BitBoy, I got to give BitBoy credit on this one. He even told Michael Saylor, like, dude, we're going to have a bear market and it's going to be bad. So, you know, at least even BitBoy knew we were going to have a bear market. But this is the same shit. It like repeats like, okay, we're not going to have a bear market because the institutions are in it. It doesn't matter. The institutions are going to be dumping their crypto in 2024. Like I said in my previous video last week, Michael Saylor is not holding his Bitcoin back down to $20,000, $15,000 in 2025. When Bitcoin hits $100,000, $120,000, a lot of these institutions are going to be selling. Guys, it's the same old shit for crypto. We're going to have a bad bear market in 2025 going into 2026. We're going to have big pumps from now going into 2024, but we're going to have a nasty bear market in 2025. And it just pisses me off that these people, they don't learn from their previous mistakes. It's almost like Crypto George from Cryptos R Us forgets that he's lived through these cycles, and the same shit happens every cycle.
Trillions. Are we really going to see another 70-something plus percentage drop for Bitcoin? I don't know. Maybe we don't. Maybe
you
we
do
only
know.
See like a 40%
you don't
drop
know.
or 50% drop.
I don't know. I think George just plays dumb at this point. I think he's like, you know what? I'm just going to be forever bullish no matter what, and I'm just going to play dumb and say, hey, look, anytime somebody comes out with something bullish, I'm going to just jump on that bandwagon. George, you know we're dumping 90% in 2025. You think these institutions, these guys who went to Harvard, Yale, Princeton. In fact, I have some family members who went to some Ivy League schools, and I've talked to them about crypto. They're not interested in holding Bitcoin into another bear market. They will be dumping, along with Michael Saylor, just like you will be dumping, George. You'll be dumping. This is just getting false hope, giving people this false hope in crypto, and that's the problem with crypto. It just pisses me off, and it's starting already. Plan B back. George is happy, and George is hopping onto the Plan B bandwagon. Here's the Twitter from Plan B, a guy who was shunned in the crypto community this time last year. He was a charlatan. Everybody accepted that Plan B sucked. He was wrong. He was calling for 100,000. He got everybody wrecked. Here we are a year later. Plan B is back. Time is running out. Here's the tweet. Time is running out to buy Bitcoin under $40,000. I mean, maybe that's true, but Bitcoin will probably be $40,000 going into the next bear market. I mean, we're probably going to be under $40,000 at least for the next few months. Maybe we'll be at $45,000, $50,000 if we get an ETF. But this $100,000 average in 2024, that's pipe dreams, folks. That's pipe dreams. Plan B, the developer of the stock to flow price model, which turned out to be a big scam, has predicted that after the Bitcoin halving in 2024, Bitcoin's average price will be $100,000. I'm going to go on record right now saying this time next year, the average price for Bitcoin will probably have been about $50,000, $60,000, maybe like $40,000. We might hit $100,000 at the end of 2024, which is when I'm going to be selling like almost everything I got. I'm going to be unloading like a fucking diarrhea dump on Coinbase. Everything I got when Bitcoin hits $100,000. But an average of $100,000? So Bitcoin's just going to be hanging out at $100,000 for most of 2024? It ain't happening. It ain't. Let me check the comments. Are people still falling for this shit, or are they giving them shit? I'm kind of curious. Your ticket to immense profits. Yeah, I mean, people, I mean, people really want to believe it. I mean, people are just kind of yapping, but I don't know. It just kind of annoys me that George from Cryptos R Us, and I guarantee he's not going to be the only one. You're gonna have Crypto Banter and all the other big YouTubers picking up on this story over the next couple of days.
And then we just keep on going, and it becomes a super cycle from there on out.
Remember the super cycle, guys, we were talking about yesterday with Benjamin Cohen? The super cycle that didn't happen. It's happening all over again. All the charlatans are back at it.
So maybe this time is different.
And maybe this time a little tooth fairy will put Bitcoin under your pillow. Maybe this time you don't even have to trade Bitcoin. Maybe I'll just wake up tomorrow and I'll find a hardware wallet under my asshole, and I'll pull it out and there's going to be 10 Bitcoin on it that the tooth fairy gave me. Maybe that could happen too, George.
But it's also dangerous to say this time will be different, right? So I guess we just have to see. But with all the institutional money coming in and BlackRock's and
And this is all the institutional money coming in is if we get the Bitcoin ETF, which, guys, I'm very bullish on the Bitcoin ETF. I think the government is probably going to approve the ETF sometime in January or February, but they might not. They might keep delaying it. We might not get an ETF. So this is all just in case. So we have to get the ETF, and all the money has to flow into the ETF. Guys, that takes time as well. So I don't know. I just can't believe the big YouTubers now are just jumping back on the Plan B bandwagon. The guy was proven wrong, and now a year later, it's like, oh, Plan B? Oh, let's start talking about Plan B again. It just pisses me off. All right, so I thought we would check out the BitBoy Twitter page. As you guys know, I think BitBoy is absolutely insane. I think he's done horrible things for the crypto community and just been a giant sleazeball taking money to promote scams. But you can't argue he's not entertaining. I found this video last night and I just couldn't stop watching it. I found it to be absolutely fun to watch. So here's BitBoy in his karate outfit talking some trash.
And that made me mad. I used to have the biggest crypto channel in America, and now I don't. And that makes me want to punch somebody. I want to fight because I'm tired of talking words on the internet, and I'm ready to throw these hands.
No, AJ, it's definitely okay for you to hurt bad people in crypto by physically punching them. That's what I believe, and I think it's okay. That's the best way to settle things, AJ.
But honestly, the main reason I want to fight is because I've learned through counseling now that I have anger issues, and I'm looking to inflict damage on an opponent. My plan to train consists of 100 punches a minute.
Anyway, so that's what's going on with BitBoy. I mean, eventually he's going to self-destruct, but until then, we'll enjoy the entertainment. Okay, so here's the coins he's shilling right now. It always pisses me off when he shills Cardano, but now he's not shilling Cardano. So now he's XRP, Solana, Bencoin. So the only, I don't even know what these other coins are. Dogecoin. I hold, so the two coins on this list that he's shilling that I hold XRP. I don't like XRP, but it's going to pump hard in the bull market. I've made that clear, and I do hold some Doge. I don't hold anything else. He was promoting Cardano. I guess he kind of gave up on Cardano. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'm sure he's still promoting Cardano. Let's see what else we got here. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Bitcoin coming back up a little bit today. You know, it's a Sunday. There's really not much going on. I think the interesting thing is that you really can't deny is that these altcoins are holding on relatively well every time Bitcoin dumps. I do think Cardano is probably going to blow past 40 cents this week. Of course, Bitcoin dependent, but as long as Bitcoin hangs out at like 37, 38,000, I think Cardano is going to get past that 40 cent mark. XRP wants to get back up to 65, 70 cents. So it's basically just waiting on Bitcoin. So overall, everything looking good. Bitcoin happening around the corner, but watch out because the charlatans are all coming back, and Plan B is now back in the picture. A guy has been wrong about everything, and I think the important thing is when these overly bullish predictions that a lot of these YouTubers like to promote because it brings them views. I get it. It's fun to talk about, but it gets people wrecked because Now you're going to have people waiting for this $100,000 Bitcoin. Or if Bitcoin somehow hits $100,000 in 2024, say Bitcoin hits $100,000. We're 6 months into 2024. Bitcoin hits 100,000. A lot of people are going to think Bitcoin's going to 200,000. It's going to hang out at 100,000 for a long time. But me personally, I think $100,000 is the price that Michael Saylor, a lot of these big funds, a lot of the big smart money is when they're going to start unloading Bitcoin. And that's when I'm going to be unloading Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as well. Not everything, but it's going to be a time when a lot of people get out. Then when we go into that bear market in 2025, it's all going to come out that Michael Saylor sold 80% of his Bitcoin at like $95,000 or $100,000. It's going to come out that, you know, Tesla sold a bunch of Bitcoin, and everybody's going to be like scratching their heads like a monkey, like a gorilla, just like, what happened? I thought Benjamin Cowan was talking about a $200,000 super cycle. I thought Plan B said the average would be $100,000 in 2024. But we hit $100,000 and then we went into a bear market. See, this is the problem, but in retrospect, when you think about it, I guess you need that dumb money out there to hold their Bitcoin and not dump it all at $100,000. But I'm hoping the people that watch my channel at least, you know, are at least taking some serious profits if Bitcoin hits $100,000, because Bitcoin at $100,000 means $4 or $5 Cardano, $20 Theta, Ethereum back up to $10,000. I mean, you pick your coin. VeChain might be 50, 60, 70 cents at that point. So you'd have to be a lunatic to not be getting out if Bitcoin hits $100,000. Not everything. I get it. Like, you want to keep some is fine. You know, I probably won't sell everything. But, you know, you want to make sure that you are taking some serious profits if Bitcoin starts hitting $100,000. All right, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.